Hey everybody, GReimer here, coming at you once again from the Lost Isle Zoo here on the ZAWA Together server. Sorry if I sound a little hoarse, a little harsh in the voice here. I'm on the tail end of the cold that kind of canceled last week's Wildmender live stream, and so I'm still kind of not 100% there. But I'm trying to get over that. It's been a very rough week, okay? So I can perfectly frank with you guys, my end, it has not been a very good week. In fact, it's been a very, very, very bad week. So there's been some highlights, though. There's been some positives, though. I had my mom actually just had to have a kind of an emergency surgery on her eye to save her vision, and it was successful, it seems. So that's really good news. So, but yeah, it was pretty stressful running around getting her to do all of her appointments and stuff. So yeah, if this episode is airing a little bit late, I apologize for that. It's been a little bit swamped over here. Plus, I've got a friend that's going through something that's not really all that great. But tell you what, I like to turn a negative into a positive whenever I can. So if you guys could, please go down in the comments section. Just share with me something from this week that, or maybe in the last couple weeks, that was a really good thing in your life. Let's get a little positivity going here in the world. So yeah, that would really help cheer me up. But one thing that isn't cheering me up is this volcano behind me. All right, because that thing is a lot of work. Okay, so throughout the week, though, when I was sitting there like hacking and coughing and dying, I did do some more digging on here than what we did finish in the last live stream. If you didn't catch the last live stream, we did some stuff. Okay, including starting on the volcano. Now the volcano has always been here, but it just doesn't look like a volcano. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get the cone shape going here. So this is like the side of the volcano here. Obviously it needs to be decorated up. It looks really bad right now. But and then the rest of this needs to be dug out too. It's gonna take a lot of work. But if you missed last week's live stream, let's get it airborne here and let's get it way up in the sky and then we'll look around. This is what we got going on here now at the zoo. We got some of the terraforming done in between the exhibits, and we added a turkey exhibit. So you're gonna see them in there just kind of chilling in the corner. All right, so we got turkeys now. That was in honor of course, Thanksgiving. Hopefully you guys all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We did not add the skunks, though. We're saving that for this episode. In fact, we kind of got to get to that. But before we do that, let's fly up here, and I'll show you guys what we got going on here. So we have the, let's go up a little bit higher. It's a tall volcano. We got the caldera marked out here for the volcano, the very tippy top of it, as far as what where the top of the volcano is going to be. So we got to kind of dig this down a little bit, almost like a little crater. It's going to be kind of like a dormant volcano, or at least one that hasn't erupted in a long time. So it's not going to have like an open lava pool up here. So I have a different plan for that. I know it sounds kind of weird and not as exciting as like a big burning fiery volcano, but I got a different idea in mind. Hold on, you guys are going to love it. Just wait, probably at this pace, like a couple months, and we'll get there eventually. But yeah, this I have these like markers on here, these waypoints that says dig to here and dig to here. I'm gonna have to put that on all around the base of the mountain here so that I can finish the digging. So I get the rough angle as to what I'm going for. You know, it's very much a rough angle. Now this one over here is kind of a tricky thing because it actually doesn't break all my legs going down. It doesn't actually extend out far enough, so I have to build more here than I do dig anything back. So that's gonna be fun. But yeah, I've been digging this down throughout the week, and yeah, I had to repair my netherite pickaxe, I think like 5 times so far, just to dig all this up. So I'm almost there. This part's almost done. And then when you look at the overall size of the volcano, that means that I am sitting at, oops, leg spike right there, probably about maybe an eighth, maybe a little less of it dug out. So yeah, it's gonna be quite a while. I'm gonna have to work on that off camera for sure throughout the weeks as we go forward. So, but anyway, we have some skunks to go name, don't we? You guys were very kind when I added some names down in the comment section of not last week's video, but a couple weeks ago video. Last week was a live stream. So let me fly on into my little super secret hidey hole here, and we'll get to doing some naming. Alright, so here we go. We got 3 name tags here because we got 3 skunks that we got to name. Now, the first one is going to be named Stella, and that was brought to you all by Heidi E, who suggested in the comment section. Thank you for that name. I think that's a great one. Stella now has her groove back. And then one of the most requested names was Flower, and that was actually submitted by Star Nanny, Tim Sourbeer, and Jordan Connings. All suggested that. That is, of course, that's the skunk off of Bambi. And then for the final one, we're going to go with Pepe Le Pew. And that is the skunk that is off of Looney Tunes. And big shout out to Logan Effinger, Christy Sink, and Kennedy Clare for all suggesting that. Okay, now are there any tarantulas in here? Because there always seems to be tarantulas around. It looks like there's some over there somewhere that'll probably crawl their way into here. But okay, so we're going to have to make some room on the hotbar here. And I don't think skunks are going to attack me, but if they do, it's going to be a pretty stinky event. And I think these are little critters, so I don't think there's going to be any ZAWA information on them. But all right, let's go ahead and drop one of them down here. Whoa, oop, oop, there he is. Yeah, little critters. So we're going to name this one Stella. There you go. Welcome, Stella. All right, and then the next one is going to be Flower. We're going to drop Flower down right here. Oh, it's a little one. I mean, I guess that makes sense, right? Is that a baby? That is a baby, isn't it? It's going to be bigger a little bit later. Okay, so there we go. 800 seconds, 803 seconds, it'll be fully grown. But Flower is just a little baby. All right, and then and the last one here is going to be Pepe Le Pew. All right, whoa, that one went jumping over there too. There we go. Welcome, Pepe, to the skunk exhibit. Now, I don't think they can get out. I didn't even bother to really look around to make sure that was a thing, but it looks like I'm thinking, this one actually looks like they can get out right here. Do I have anything in the ground backpack that can help block this up real fast? Okay, there we go. That should keep them, yeah, we'll just kind of raise this up one more. That should keep them in place. Yeah, obviously this terrain here needs to be adjusted and fixed, later on once I get the actual terrain of the entire area going, because obviously, like as I showed you at the top of the episode, this part needs to be built down more, so that's going to tie into this back part of the exhibit. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing, people. But all right, the skunks have been added. So now what are we going to do today? All right, like you're probably staring at the screen like, what is this guy going to be building? Well, that's a good question, Mary. If there's a Mary watching. We're going to be back here, actually. So on the mini-map, if we pull it up here real fast, you can see that this is the capybara exhibit, and then this peninsula right here is supposed to be for the penguins. Now, the penguins are not a... there's two of them. There's two types of penguins we got. We got both the emperor penguin and the cute cuddly ones. What are they called? The banded penguins. Okay, see, I knew it was right on the tip of my tongue. All right, so we got the emperor penguins and the banded penguins. So we actually need two exhibits back here, and we're going to focus on one of them, I'm thinking. Now, penguins are traditionally seen as like living in cold environments and stuff. However, that's the emperor penguins. Okay, oh, look at that. You can see the mushroom island from here. That's the emperor penguins. Now, the banded penguins, however, they do not actually live in cold temperatures. They live in more temperate temperatures. So for that exhibit, we're not going to be wanting to add a whole lot of snow or ice or anything like that. We're just going to want to add like just stone and dirt and rock and stuff. So they live kind of on the coastlines and stuff. They can even live in like Africa. So they could actually be in a little bit more warmer temperature areas. So yeah, I learned that in season 1 of ZAWA, actually. But okay, so I'm thinking I'm gonna let's do the banded penguins. I like those guys, the temperate climate ones. All right, so not the cold ones, although it is the 1st of December. We're gonna celebrate the cold. Look at these guys. You guys want your own exhibit? I'll give you your own exhibit. I already did, but you just want to be part of the zoo, don't you? But even though it is the 1st of December, let's say All right, sorry about that. Even though it is the 1st of the month, or 1st of December, we'll steer clear of all the oh my god, there's more of them everywhere around here. We'll steer clear of the cold weather stuff for right now. We'll save that as we get closer to Christmas. So, any more? I bet you there's more. There is more right there. All right, so I broke a stack of tarantulas in the area. Okay, so now where are we going to put this exhibit? So I'm thinking about having the walkway cut basically right where the beacon is right now, south of the capybara exhibit, and then have it go down to the east of the volcano and go to all the large cats and stuff over there. But then it's going to fork though, so it's going to go down there, but it's also going to go up along the right side of the capybara exhibit, and then it's going to come straight up here. So I'm thinking to the left and right of the path will probably be a really good spot. Actually, scratch that. Forget I said anything. maybe we'll put one to like maybe the right side here, and we'll put one here at the end of the peninsula as another one then. That way it won't be as symmetrical, it'll be kind of like spotted all over the place. So yeah, that might work better. Okay, so let's start working on the end of the peninsula actually. We'll put the no, actually we'll put the emperor penguins down there. So we'll put the banded penguins over here then, kind of along this area around here. Oh. Oh. Okay, sorry. Tarantulas. We'll probably put it around here someplace. I'm thinking, yeah, we'll put them around here as soon as I'm done being poisoned. Holy crap! These things just don't go away. Okay, so it's gonna start off though with me marking out the exhibit here. So if the pathway, I need this thing out of the way too, pretty please. If the pathway is coming through here, then. Yeah, because obviously the way the terrain is right now is not going to be the final version of it, obviously, because I'm doing custom terrain, as you can see over there. So the pathway is going to come through here, and then it's going to basically, it might actually curve kind of to the west a little bit before it heads north. So this area right here is where we have. All right, so maybe like right here, we'll start marking out the exhibit right here. All right, well, there's a giraffe here, but other than that, this is basically the marked out exhibit. I just have to go around and line this with stone now so that I can get a better visual idea of what's going on here. And then we'll be able to start digging this area down just a little bit. I'm trying to think, where's the elevation? This is actually a pretty good elevation because it kind of matches up with over there, so I won't have to do too much crazy terraforming in this area, I don't think. Not to get really creative. But yeah, I won't have to do too much crazy terraforming in this area. So this might actually work out pretty good to leave it at that elevation right there. And then I also won't have to do a lot of digging down then, because I just have to clear out this western side of the enclosure and basically call it good. Okay, there's the outline. It is done. It has a giraffe in it, of course, but it's done. So now I need to start doing some digging and probably some giraffe relocating to get this part carved out all the way. Now I'm trying to think. This part in the back is going to need to be raised up, obviously, so I'm not quite done with this because it's going to have to match roughly the same elevation as the front part of it, and then we're going to obviously have to create like a cliff edge here. Oh, there's some terraforming I got to do on this back part here. In fact, there's terraforming I got to do on this entire island. But it's all going to start, though, right here with this little patch right here. So I'm going to raise this up and back and do a little bit of digging and try to get the land leveled off a little bit inside the exhibit here. That is a big, flat hole in the ground. All right, so I got all the digging done. It got me a whole bunch of black sand again because, you know, who would have thought that was here. Now I need to kind of fix up this terrain here a little bit. So the viewing area is going to be along that wall right there. So I'm going to probably raise it up a little bit in the back here so that people have a nice good view of the penguins. I guess I can put a water feature in here. Penguins like water, right? So I don't think they drowned. I think I put them in other exhibits in the past and they turned out okay. So we'll just say yeah, probably. So I'm thinking about maybe raising up the back. Maybe like 2 blocks actually, 2 to 3 blocks even. I might have to raise the back wall a little bit, and then having it have kind of like a steep embankment leading into like a river that cuts through the middle of this, and then even raising this part up on this side then just a little bit as well. Yeah. All right. Let me get the shape of the land down here. Maybe we'll do it in stone. Yeah. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do it in stone. I'm gonna build it in stone because then I can add the grass patches later. That might be easier than replacing all the grass later. So, with little bits of stone. So yeah, I'll build it in stone first, and then we'll add the grass and all that stuff later.
6.5 hours later.
A whole lot of block placing later, and we have this. Okay, now this looks like an entirely different like area, doesn't it? I did raise the back wall up one here because once I raised this elevation up, obviously we needed to kind of accommodate for that so the penguins don't just escape. But here we go. All right, so this is what I was thinking. All right, a higher elevation in the back, lower elevation in front, and I actually had it dip down even lower right here to allow for the river kind of cutting through here, which is what this is for, to actually like flow down and get a little bit of rapid action going in there and stuff like that. I think that might look kind of fun. And yeah, I'm thinking this will look pretty good. Now, we have to decorate this up, obviously, but before we do that, we're going to need to change up the terrain, or not the terrain, but the block palette just a little bit. I do like the stone look, but it does look a little too gray, obviously. So we're going to be adding in some other blocks, like maybe some grass, some coarse dirt, and gravel for sure. And I'm thinking that might be about it, actually. After we turn some of those grass blocks into path blocks, this thing will really pop. So, and we also have to do the bottom of the river. Maybe we'll start there. We'll start with the bottom of the river. All right, let's grab the ground blocks here, and we'll grab gravel, and then we'll hop into the bat backpack real quick. And we'll, there we go, I got more. Grab a stack of coarse dirt, and what we'll do is we'll kind of poke holes in this occasionally, and we'll swap them out with gravel and coarse dirt. All right, so there we got the riverbed basically already done. We just got to add the water, and that's done. I'm going to do that though in the end, or at the end of it all, because I might be working on the edge of the water here, and having a flow all over the place is kind of annoying sometimes. So, all right, so now let's go ahead and grab probably some grass blocks here, and we're going to add patches of grass actually in here, like pretty big ones, kind of dotted throughout the stone area here, and. Yeah, we're gonna sprinkle in a little bit of coarse dirt in with it as well. And now these grass patches that I'm gonna be doing, they're gonna be like taking up a big portion of this surface up here, but not entirely. You know, it's still gonna be large chunks of stone. But I'm gonna sprinkle in the coarse dirt in with it, you know, kind of like that, kind of throughout the whole thing. And some of this is gonna be turned into path blocks, so it's not gonna all be grass. So. But it's going to be these big patches like this, and then it's going to kind of spread out a little bit as well, kind of like that, what we got going on here. And then we'll probably dot like some gravel in on the sides, you know, kind of like this. Yeah, and then once we add the path blocks and everything to it, like yeah, this is going to look pretty good. It's going to look good. I have faith. All right, it's done. All right, I got all the blocks put in, all the grass, all the coarse dirt, all the gravel, and then made the path block. So this is kind of looking like what I was thinking of for the banded penguins. Hopefully this is kind of right. I know that they can live in kind of a variety of temperate environments. So this isn't supposed to be like a cold environment, but this isn't supposed to be like a burning hot environment either. So, all right. So I guess we're ready to put the water in. We could probably put the water in. Let's go ahead and grab a bucket. Let's grab two actually. And we'll do that. We'll grab both water buckets, and then we'll flood that block right there, and then we'll put it down right there too. Now create an infinite source right here, and we can just go ahead and just go right down the river here then, pouring this in and filling in the water. All right, water has been added. Now let's talk foliage, because we're going to need to put some plant life in here, obviously. I wouldn't mind actually throwing a tree or two in here. Nothing too extreme though. I don't know exactly what kind of trees. I guess kind of like a scraggly looking tree would look really good in here. Of some kind, like, I don't know, I don't want to put like, sorry, tarantulas. I don't really want to put like a super living, like super big live tree in here, like kind of like the oak trees. I don't think I'm gonna do that, but maybe like a scraggly looking one of some kind. I think recently I came across dark acorn. No, that's not what I was thinking about. I thought I came across like either the dying acorn or something like that I could put in here from dynamic trees, and I'm kind of tempted to go grab one of those things and put one like up here maybe, and yeah, maybe a couple of them along the back. I'll go see if I got those acorns anywhere. I do have a couple, so we'll grab two of them and we'll make these things grow, and whatever they turn into, they turn into. All right, so the viewing area is over there. Well, let's slap one like right here, and then another one maybe like over there. Perfect. Now I might just kind of let those things grow and see what happens. Oh, for crying out loud. Get out. Is there another one? There's another one. Get out. Get out of here. Jeepers, tarantulas, I swear. All right, yeah, we'll just kind of let those things grow. I guess we could give them a little bit of juice. I mean, I got an abundance of bones here that I can use. Let's go ahead and turn that into bone meal. Let's just kind of boost this thing up a little bit. There you go. Grow a little taller. There we go. So at least now it has a little bit more leaves. It can collect a little bit more sunlight. Not like it matters. It's a dying acorn, so dead leaves. I actually do like how those leaves looked, so I might be popping into this exhibit to like shear those leaves off, because they're dynamic trees, so they'll come back. But yeah, they'll get a little bit bigger as I continue building, and over time they'll grow. Yeah. Fairly large actually. So all right, so let's go hop into the plants backpack real fast and see what kind of plants can we actually put in here. It is going to be kind of a dead environment, I guess, in a weird way. So maybe we'll throw a couple of these dead bushes in here. And then, not really thinking grass is probably going to be a good idea, although do I have more of that? Because that's just 8 pieces. That's not a whole lot. It doesn't really look like it. What else can I put in here? Dead grass, probably. Johnson's grass, Alright, we'll start with these. We'll start with these for right now and see what we can come up with then. So, along the river here, maybe we'll put in some of the Johnson's grass. Maybe even sprinkle it kind of in the front a little bit. And we'll have that kind of like hug the water a little as it goes through the exhibit. And maybe we'll even throw one in the back there just for fun. Okay, so there, we got some Johnson's grass put in. Now, the dead grass, let's put the dead bushes in. These are going to go everywhere. These things are just going to be sprinkled all over the place. Alright, and then as far as the dead grass goes, I mean, I think this can go on gravel too. Can it go on stone? No, it can't go on stone. So we're going to sprinkle this in kind of all over the place as well, especially down here near the water. And I think the sun's setting. Yeah, creepers be creeping. Man, time blows by so fast. So stupid fast when you're doing this. Alright, we're going to get this dead grass put in here. And then I guess in a way this is starting to look kind of like a cold desert, which isn't what I was really going for. I was going for more like a stone beach kind of feel. But, you know, as long as I leave any frozen stuff out of this, I think I could probably get away with keeping it looking like a stone beach. Alright, I really need to sleep really bad. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. I think we can put away all this stuff now. I didn't add any of the short grass yet, so we'll keep that out. But what else do I do? I want to grab probably some cobble slabs, some more cobble slabs. Oh, actually, 17 is probably enough. But I wouldn't mind adding like stone piles in here since this is actually kind of a rocky area. So let's grab the gravel, some stone, some cobblestone, and some cobble slabs, and let's see if we can't make this happen someplace. Maybe like right here, actually, sort of in the middle, add a small little pile of rocks, actually. That looks bad. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, just... okay, I'm starting to think that maybe keeping it a little shallower to the ground might be better. Something like... oh, yeah, here we go. That's starting to make sense now. Actually, I like that. We're just going to leave it like that. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a couple of these things, too, just to dot throughout here as we go. So that at the end of this all, I don't have to go through and add them. But yeah, we're going to add, obviously, some stone buttons around here, because this is like the gravel or the stone pile. And then, let's see, how is that? That's pretty good. It's pretty good, pretty good. Let's see if we can't add another one in, like, right around here. Actually, let's take that. I'm not sure I'm going to be using cobblestone that much. Let's take gravel. Let's do something like this. Okay, good, like that. Like that. All right, there we go. Perfect. So there, we got a little, couple of rock piles dotted throughout here now, too. Okay, so one thing that I also could add, because I completely forgot, I usually do this beforehand, or before I get around to doing the plants. Let's put all these blocks back in here, and then we'll take these things and just go on a run down the river here. Just dot them in. We also need to add more buttons a little bit later, too, but what I really should add is bat backpack. I need you desperately in my life. If I took this, and if we added... see, I kind of want these dead leaves. But if I guess I can use the brown birch leaves here. But if we added a couple of little shrubs and bushes in places, kind of like that, you know, obviously I'm going to also need to grab some more stone, because if I'm putting a bush right here, then they could absolutely climb out. So we're going to have to kind of raise this back part up again. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to have to terraform this back into like a cliff edge here going into the ocean. But for right now, I think this works just fine. Gonna add in a couple of little kind of scraggly looking bushes like that throughout this exhibit. Even if they're not super tall, like just like that, it's probably fine. Again, have to block this up so the penguins don't escape. But I think maybe a couple in front too, and we should be probably pretty good then. Okay, got some bushes put in place. Not too many of them, just a couple here or there. But we got these sweet branches that we can add in here to really kind of make them kind of look like actual shrubs, you know, like actual things that would have, you know, bushes connected to them. So these branches are something I learned from Maddie during the Halloween event. If you add these, they look amazing. Everything looks amazing. So since then, I've fallen in love with them, and I actually kind of use them everywhere now. I wouldn't mind even adding them into the trees, although these are dynamic trees, so they're going to grow and they're going to, you know, change. So I can't really add them, I guess, for that. But I think just adding a couple of them here or there makes this whole thing come to life. And actually, you know what? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, yeah, that's good. I'll save the rest of the branches for later then. All right, so that's pretty good for the shrubs and for the foliage, actually. So I'm thinking we just got to add a little bit more tall grass to this thing, and this place is almost done. Okay, the tall grass has been added, and I think the only remaining thing is to grab the squid back here. I know that I don't have any flowers in here, and I've been doing really good lately on, oh, I need to inhale a chicken or 2 or 3. I know I've been doing really good lately on adding flowers into exhibits, and, you know, I'm working on it, because I usually don't add them. But I think I'm going to go back to my old school roots here, and I'm just going to say, no, I'm going to, oh, I saw you. I saw you. Drop it in here, like some kind of paratrooper. Alright, so actually, I think there's another one. Actually, if I can make that jump, penguins might be able to make that jump, but I don't think they'll be able to. Yep, there he is right there. Hold on. Got him. I've been killing so many of these things, it's just insane. I killed half a stack of them so far just recording this episode. Alright, so anyway, sorry, let's focus on it. I'm going back to my roots. I'm not going to be adding flowers in this. I think this one looks good just the way it is. However, it does need squid backpack. I need you desperately. It does need, well, I don't have a lot in there either. It does need some buttons in its life, though. I do have a few in here already, but we're going to be sprinkling in just a few more. Okay, I'm thinking this is basically done, but there is one thing I wouldn't mind just exploring. Just humor me for a second, people. Dead log. Let's grab some of this here. Let's see if we can't, like, find a way to create, like, a dead log going across the river. A way for them to walk across rather than swim across. Okay, I know this isn't, like, super fancy or anything like that, but it is a little bit of a bridge for the penguins to get across the river without having to swim across, you know, if they don't want to. Of course, I'm sure they don't really mind. However, I'm looking at this right here, that one block right there. That could easily be something that they get trapped under. So let me grab the ground block right here and grab a stairs, actually. What we'll do is we will do one of those things. There. You're not getting in there anymore, penguins. So there. All right, so that should keep the penguins from drowning underneath this. I'm thinking that's it. I'm thinking this is it. Let me just kind of hop on out of here. Let me grab my balls, throw them into the sky, and then and see if we can get out of here so that you guys can get an overview of this entire exhibit. All right, there we go. What do you think? So this will be where the viewing area actually is this pathway going right through here. So basically along this edge right here, all the way over to there will be the viewing area. So what do you guys think? Does this look like a decent penguin exhibit? Banded penguins, that is, not emperor penguins. Emperor penguins are coming in a later episode, but I kind of like it. I like the river actually through it. The rapids kind of flowing through it, I think, add a nice little touch too. I'm hoping the penguins don't get stuck there. I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. We're gonna leave that up to the power of prayer, so that they are okay. All right, so these dead trees are gonna continue to grow. That sounds weird saying, but they're gonna continue to grow. I guess maybe I could give them a little bit more juice real quick. I actually have some bone meal here. Let me just give them a little bit of a boost and see what happens. Aha! Still looks pretty dead and scraggly. They'll grow. They'll grow. I remember I had one of these things in last season in Cerro Gordo, near the lake that was there, and it grows eventually. It just takes a little bit sometimes. All right, I guess the big question now is just how many penguins do I actually have? So for that, we are going to have to fly all the way back to our base and go do some counting. 7. I have 7 banded penguins, and we're putting them all in there. That is a very large exhibit, so I'm thinking for such small animals, I'm pretty sure they were actually captured, most of them, on this peninsula too when I was out here, so it's kind of fun. But I have 7 banded penguins that are in desperate need of naming. So if you guys could go down in the comment section, along with sharing a very good story of something that happened in the last couple weeks to you, kind of something to boost not only my spirits, but anyone else who might be going through a rough time and could use a little bit of a positive story in their life. You know, go throw that down in the comment section, along with 7 penguin names. All right, we're gonna try to name all 7 of them. I believe in you guys. You can do it. Because otherwise they're gonna be named Ed, Eddie, Edward, Eddington, whatever else I can think of that starts with Ed. So alrighty guys, I'm going to be getting out of here though, so thank you so much for tuning in and donating your eyeballs to this episode, eyeballs and ear holes to this episode of ZAWA. I will see you guys next week. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.